Hi, this is Mary Carol Field coming to you from Merry-Go-Round Cards in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Here in Wisconsin, we had beautiful fall weather. It was unexpectedly warm. I traveled to northern Wisconsin, Rib Lake, for my 50-year class reunion, and I packed clothes that were a little too heavy. But the sunshine and the warmth were sure beautiful. My sister and brother-in-law took us out to their little bit of forest, and the trees up there are a little farther along than they are here, and they'll be hitting peaks soon, I think, so it was very beautiful. And then we'll get fall here too, which will be great. Before we get started, I wanted to remind you of the class schedule for our merry-go-round kit classes. The next one is September 24th from 9:30 to 11:30, and this would be a great time to sign up. It's at Planet Perk, and what we do is we make a kit. Let me grab a kit. Hold on one second. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I think I will, just because some people aren't understanding. Sorry about that. Well, I wanted to find a kit that was already opened. So this one isn't opened up yet, but it'll be okay. So you order a kit. There's like 20 or more kits you can pick from. I will have some on hand, so if you don't get around to ordering one, or that's just too much for your time schedule to do, I'll have about 10 kits there. First come, first serve. So in the kit, some of them have little stamp sets, and a little stamp spot. Some don't. So some have stamping and some don't. Usually the more expensive ones do. So they'll come with everything you need, including the box. And so there's envelopes in here, there's adhesive in here, there's little cutout pieces. I'm going to open it. I'm not going to make anything, I'm just going to open it. Just to show you. So here's the pretty envelopes. This is called the Birthday Fancy Kit. This one is $28 if you get it from me. Ooh, look at all these dimensionals. There must be a lot of dimensionals going on in this pack. All right, so we've got little tags here. Here's the card bases. Now, a person could, if they wanted to, cut this in half, mount this on white cardstock, and they could have double the amount of cards with different things on it, of course, but more card bases. I think I would probably do that. And then look at all this. So you punch out these little pieces. There's different card bases. So there's probably 3 cards of 3 different kinds. And then look at all these different cake pieces. And then there's instructions at the end. Oh, look at that. They're always so fun when I open them. I love opening them. I might have to make this kit. And then you get instructions here too. And I'll be there so I can help with anything that's you're not sure about. Very picture, the instructions are all in pictures, so really easy to follow along. Okay, move that out of the way. So sign up. Give me a call or email me at marygoaroundcards@gmail.com. That's Mary, M-A-R-Y. And we have a card to make here today. Look, I showed it at the very beginning. Here we go. Isn't that pretty? So this is how you do it. Oh, and if you're not using a link to order, one of my links, then if you just go to the if you just go to the Stampin' Up! Website, and in the search bar, type in Kit Collection, and when you order, make sure you choose Mary Thiel, or I think it's just under Mary Thiel. I don't think it's under Mary Carol Thiel, as your demonstrator. They probably will take about 8 days to come. I want to tell you where I got the inspiration for this card. The inspiration came from a card made with this same die cut from the Just a Note set in the same colors. I made the frame a different size, and then I used different elements on it. So this one was made by Brian King, I think. And this one was made by me. This one I designed. So pretty, huh? I'll show you a couple more at the end that I designed. So this is a pretty easy card to make. These are the pieces, these are the things that I used to make it. The die set that cuts out, it's called Sunshine Vibe dies. And then the Just a Note dies, which is really a fun set of dies. I didn't even use stamps on this, although I'll probably stamp something on the inside. So you've got this piece here, which is the edge. And then you've got all these like office things, paper clips and binder clips and different kind of paper clips and notebook or clipboard clips and some little elements like stars and arrows and hearts. So that's a great little set. And then I used, I didn't stamp on this. I used this pack of Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera pack. So it's white on the black for the one that I chose. And you get all these different things to choose from. There's, I think, 6 pages, 2 each of 3 different kinds. So we've got To the Grad, congratulations, happy Halloween, happy birthday, sweet baby, hello, happy St. Patrick's Day, happy New Year, you did it. Just about anything you could think of is in here. Happy Christmas, happy Easter, best wishes, oh happy day, another happy birthday, thanks, thankful for you, Merry Christmas. And where's the other one? Here we go, happy Father's Day, thank you, happy birthday, best wishes, welcome, happy holidays, sorry for your loss, I love you, sending hugs, sweet baby. So I keep forgetting to use this, but this really makes things easy in the end. And I really like these white ones on the black background. That's not an expensive little set to order either. It's pretty cheap. Okay, so here's how we do this card. We're going to start with a black card base. It's just your 8.5 by 11 cut in half, scored down the middle so that it turns out to be 5.5 by 4 1/4, scored at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then that'll be my base. And then on top of that, I'm going to glue a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of basic white, just the regular, not the thick. And I'll put some glue on there. I'll put it on right away. See if I can get that out of there. There we go. Little thing on the end blocking the opening. Okay, so that goes just centered on here. The next one will be a black one, and it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller. So this is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. Same thing. So this will just have a little tiny 1/8 inch border around it. Looks pretty good. Okay, go like that. And my next piece is Balmy Blue, and it's again 1/8 of an inch smaller, 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I think I will go ahead and do this piece before I mount it to there. So to do this piece, I need to cut out some things from my this notebook page from the Just a Note dies, and then from the Boho Vibes, you get all these cool rainbow things. You know, I didn't order the paper on the Boho Vibes because it wasn't quite my colors, but I really like the styles of the rainbows, so I ordered the just the dies. And I do kind of wish I had that sun that's in the stamp set, but I don't. So this is 3 little hearts here. You cut them all out at one time. I only need one of them, but I'll die cut that. I'll die cut this piece of the rainbow. This is Strawberry Slush. This is Daffodil Delight. I'll cut out, this is Peach Pie. And you get 2 of these, one going in each direction of these leaves. And then I'll cut out one from Lemon Lime Twist of this piece of the rainbow. So all those fun pieces. So these, oh, and I want to show you an easy way to do the gluing on some of these is to put a piece of this adhesive back, one of these adhesive back sheets. It comes in a pack like this, and I just cut a little piece off and then mount it to the back of my, and there's like 3 places in here where you can grab this backing and take it off. So I'm just going to mount that to the back of my, of whatever I want to use it on. In this case, I used it on the Lemon Lime Twist piece. I might have used it on another one too. And then I just put it through the die cutting machine, Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, just like that. Okay, so when I'm done, I have the notebook page. The rainbow, and the heart. This piece of the rainbow from Daffodil Delight. Oops, I forgot one. I'll show you that one too. I've got a Balmy Blue piece of the rainbow here, and that I put the backing on too. So we cut that one out of here. Just a little scrap, that's all it takes. So that gives me this piece, and this gives me this piece, and these give me these 2 pieces, and that's all I need. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. Now if yeah. So I put the edging on the bottom here. I just liked it on the bottom. To me, it kind of looks like, you know, something you would do in a sketchbook or something a child could do in a notebook. It just is very reminiscent of school days and Little kids like to make rainbows a lot. So do adults. There we go. That looks pretty good. I'm going to slide that over. That's one thing you can do with liquid glue is you can give it a little bit of a slide after you put it down. All right, so I'm going to do this one first. Did I put any backing on this one? I could have, because of all these little holes in here. It would be easier than gluing it, but I didn't. And I don't mind doing little tiny glue dots. I do pretty well at them, controlling the glue bottle. Just a little bit on little dots along the edge. That's all it needs, really. I'll put a few on this edge too. There we go. So when was the last time you saw a rainbow? I think the last one I saw was in August. I was going to a Timber Rattlers game with my daughter and her little baby. And there was a double rainbow in the sky. It was so cool. We got a picture in the parking lot. All right, so I just want to kind of center that from side to side. Leave just a little bit of space at the top there. There we go. Okay, so then my next one will be these leaves. Now I made this one a little different because I thought I'd like to make this one more in rainbow order. This one isn't in rainbow order. It still looks great, but I thought I'd like to do this one in rainbow order. So again, we'll go with the little dots. And then we'll put it right in here. I'm going to end up with some sticky fingers, and I didn't get my baby wipes out, so I'll just have to deal. All right. Always tell me if I'm talking too quietly. It is a tendency of mine. I think this will pick it up pretty good, or you can increase the volume on your end. There we go. Okay. See how cool it is to have a rainbow made of kind of this right shape, but different styles. So it's still an arc, but here we have leaves. This one has little tiny triangles or maybe even hearts cut out of it. Now I'll go with the Daffodil Delight one. This one's easy to glue because it just has like little slits cut into it so you can see them, but not, see I'm sticking, but not cutting through so the glue doesn't go through. So that's next. And then we have this green squiggly piece, which I put the adhesive back sheet on. So now all I have to do is peel this off and put this down on my card. I don't have to put any glue on it at all. Need to get it right where I want it though, because there's not going to be any slide on there. And then I have a piece of the Balmy Blue, which also has like little dash marks in it. I used to call these ripping lines with the kids at school. And then that goes there. My heart. There's also stars, if you prefer a star instead of a heart. Put that right there. And then I chose Sending Hugs. I really like that one. I'm going to use that one again. Now, at the end, I'm going to tell you how you can get the pieces to make this card. You might not get this one that says sending hugs because only 2 of them come in a pack. So, but you'll get one of these that you can just pop right onto your card if you want. So I'll center that. Oops. I'm going to put that heart up a little higher. See if I can do that. Little surgery here. It won't show very much if I don't put it up higher, so it'll be covered up. Forgot that. I first made this card last week, and then we had a weekend in between for me to forget things. There we go. And then this, I didn't actually want glue on that. I want to pop that up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to use these little ones. Put one there. The packing stuck right to my finger to take it right off. Fun with glue. There we go. You could probably use big ones too, but I thought the little ones worked pretty good for this. All right. Oh, I want that away from the edge. Well, I think it's close enough. And since I have like glue on my fingers, I'm going to use my take your pick tool to pull the backings off of these. All right. That was a lot more trouble than it needs to be. There we go. Now that heart is poking up just how I wanted it. And I've got 1, 2, 3 little sections on each side. So I must have it centered pretty good. And I didn't even, you could put this up on dimensionals as well onto the background, but I didn't. I just glued it right on. Why not? You can use a tape runner, you know, that kind of if you don't like glue for whatever reason. I like the glue. I'm a green glue girl person. Green glue girl. And then that will be, again, just that little 1/8 of an inch, makes it like a 1/16 of an inch border. So you get that. Isn't that beautiful? So let me show you some other cards. Oh, one more thing. I have these, I wanted to put black dots on there because that's what, I don't know, that's just ties in the edge there. So I have these adhesive back sparkle gems. I don't think you can get these anymore, but you can get neutral matte dots, and they have black ones in that pack. So that would work just fine. We'll put one there, and then we'll put one down here, I think. Right where that little glue spot is that I left by accident. Perfect. These are self-sticking, so that's what makes them worth the price, is that they have that sticky back on them. And I can put whatever I want inside. I would just use I could cut another one of these notebook pieces and put that in there. I could just leave it this size, and I could stamp these lines on there. This is a great little set for scrapbooking as well as card making. It comes with these sentiments. You've got this, best ever, just a note, and happy back to school. Also, you can get this little star and this little plus sign. So on this card that I made using that set, I put stars here to kind of indicate, you know how you put a little dot or a little number before a list of things. So I put those there on the side. I stamped that stamp I was just talking about, and then I drew this line in with a ruler and my Strawberry Slush Stampin' Right marker. And by the way, if you didn't know this, the Stampin' Right markers are on their way out. So I don't think any of them are discounted yet, but the word has been, it's been publicized now that they aren't going to replenish the stock. So if you've been collecting them and you don't have a set that you want, go and order them while you still can. The reason for that is because they are also discontinuing stamps that are rubber stamps like this, because rubber is getting very hard to source the kind of rubber that they use for these cards. So they're going to all photopolymer, and that's where a lot of people use these Stampin' Right markers, is that you can color on a rubber stamp with a Stampin' Right marker, not with alcohol markers, but with Stampin' Right markers, and then stamp. So because there's not going to be rubber stamps anymore, they didn't feel a need to carry these Stampin' Right markers, although they are nice for other things like coloring small places. But to tell you the truth, I don't use mine that much. I love the alcohol markers so much, but for something that I just, well, I may as well use it. So that uses Darling Duckling, Strawberry Slush, and Secret Sea. So I just went with 3 colors out of the 2005 to 2007 in colors. And these are from the 2005-2007 in color, forgot what you call them. They're called dots or flat. They might have flat in the name because they're kind of flat. And then another one that I made is very different. I made this little clipboard on the back of it from Crumb Cake, and just took a corner rounder on the corners, cut out this out of silver, and this is just from the die. This is from the stamp set. You've got this. These are cut from this designer series paper called Floral Impressions, I believe. And then it opens like this. Isn't that cute? So that's, it's kind of office-y, schooly, but it's really pretty. So those are other cards that I made, and here's the one. This one has that paper clip cut. Doesn't it look real? It's just out of smoky slate. And then that's heat embossed there. Okay, so what else do we have here? Let me put these out so you can look at these while I talk a bit. I wanted to, if you need a fall catalog, let me know. I should be getting more of them in today, and I'd be happy to send one to you or drop one off for you. It goes from, the dates on it are September through December, and there's lots of good stuff in there. I'll do probably a fall card the next time I'm doing cards for a video, and then after that it'll be all Christmas. I'm in the process of setting up a couple of Christmas card making classes that will be on Saturdays, I hope. That's my plan. So to find the dimensions for this, if you weren't able to write it down, you can look at my blog, which is merry-go-round-cards.blogspot.com. And that will have all the sizes. It'll have pictures. It will have how to order them. There'll be ordering links for different things, all the different parts. So if you can't remember what the colors were, it'll be on there. And if there should be a link below the video in the description. So if you don't see it in the description, at the end of the description, there's probably a little thing that says more or see more. Click on that and you'll get the rest of the description. You'll get all the ways you can contact me. So you'll have a link to my Facebook. You'll have a link to my blog. You'll have my email address. All the things that you'll need. So what I really am hoping for a special favor I have, that I would like to get more people to follow me on Facebook. And so I have a little deal going that if you follow me on Facebook, not my personal account, but my merry-go-round cards, because when you follow me, then more people will see it. And that's what I need. Leave a comment. This will be up on YouTube, so you can leave the comment on YouTube. You can leave it on Facebook. Oh, this won't be posted on Facebook. This will only be posted on YouTube. But leave a comment on the video. You can, even though it's recorded. And then send me a little note, and I will send you all these pre-cut pieces in these colors. So the black, the white, all cut out to the right size. You'll get a sentiment. I don't know which one. You'll get this notebook page. You'll get a couple of dots so that you can make this card on your own. So if you do those 3 things, and I had that written down here somewhere. Here we go. To get a free kit, do these 3 things. Follow me on Facebook, and it's https://www.facebook.com/merry-go-round-cards, Mary, M-A-R-Y. Comment on this video and private message me or email me your address so I know where to send the kit. So I hope you enjoyed this little video and you're motivated to make and send some happiness in the form of a card to someone. Thanks for spending a little of your time with me today. Remember, follow Merry-Go-Round Cards on Facebook so I'll be able to do lives and invite you into my Inky world in real time, where you'll be able to ask questions in real time and make comments in real time, and it'll just be more fun. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time. Oh, wait, one more quick thing. I wanted to show you quickly the cards that I made on my last video. So if you wanted to go ahead, if you wanted to go back and look for this card, this is a slider gatefold card that slides, that opens. Okay, now I'll let you go. Thanks. See you later. Bye-bye.